Happy Sunday, friends! It's Gram Ninny, excited to read with her Gram Littles today. Today's Sunday story is called The Boy Who Saved His Family. Wow, this should be interesting. This is written by Alice Berge. Thank you, Alice. And if you can see the pictures, we have Betty Wynn to thank. Thank you, Betty and Alice. Here we go. This is based from the Bible, Genesis chapters 37 through 50. The boy who saved his family, otherwise known as Joseph. Once there was a boy named Joseph. He was one of 13 children. Their father was Jacob. Their family had lived in the land of Canaan ever since their great-grandfather, Abraham. Jacob owned many animals. His children took care of the sheep and goats. Would you like to take care of sheep and goats? It's a big job. Jacob loved Joseph best of all his sons. He gave him a long coat with long sleeves. This showed that Joseph was to be the leader. The boy was very proud of his coat. His brothers could see that their father loved Joseph more than any of them. They hated Joseph because of this. They were jealous. Once Joseph told his brothers, "I dreamed we were tying bundles of wheat. Your bundles bowed down to mine." This made the brothers angry. Another time Joseph told them, "I dreamed that the sun and moon and 11 stars bowed down to me. Do you think we will bow down to you?" The brothers laughed. They were getting a little annoyed with their little brother. One day, Joseph was looking for his brothers. "Let's kill the dreamer," they said when they saw him coming. "No," said the oldest brother, let's put him in this deep hole." So they took away his new coat and put him in the deep, deep hole. Still not a nice thing to do. Just then some men rode by. "Would you like to buy a boy?" the brothers called out. "You could sell him in Egypt." "Ah, yes, we will buy him," said the men. We don't buy people, do we? The brothers put goat's blood on Joseph's coat. When Jacob saw the coat, he cried, "A wild beast has killed my boy." He was very sad. Do you think the brothers felt bad? On his way to Egypt, Joseph cried, "Will I ever see my father again? Why did my brothers do this to me?" Then Joseph thought, God can make good things or bad things turn out good. Joseph wasn't so afraid anymore. He changed his thinking, In Egypt, Joseph was sold to a rich man. He had to work without pay, but his master liked his work, and God was with him. He turned his life over to God so God could help him make something good out of his life, despite terrible circumstances. One night, the king of Egypt sent for all his wise men. He said, "I dreamed that I saw 7 fat cows and 7 thin cows. The thin cows ate up the fat ones. Then I saw 7 good ears of wheat and 7 bad ears of wheat. The bad ears ate up the good ones. What does this mean?" But none of the wise men knew. What do you think that dream the Pharaoh had meant? Then one of his servants said, "Joseph knows the meaning of dreams." The king sent for him at once. Joseph was a grown man now. Joseph explained the dreams. "O king, for 7 years much food will grow, and for 7 years nothing will." That's called a famine. "Store up food in the good years. Then there will be food for the bad years." Planning ahead. Always a good idea, as long as you don't make yourself crazy. "You're very wise," the king told Joseph. "Take care of things for me." The king gave Joseph new clothes and the king's ring and carriage. He'd found favor with that king. Soon the 7 good years came. Everything grew so that Joseph had to have new barns built to store the wheat. Then came the bad years, but people could buy food from Joseph because they'd planned for it. So Joseph's big brothers came too. They bowed way down before him, just like the dreams. They did not know he was Joseph, but he knew them. "You're spies," he said. "Oh, no, sir," they cried. "We've only come to buy food for our family." People would have starved without this extra help to be able to buy the food. "No, you're spies," Joseph said. "Put them in jail," he ordered. After 3 days, the brothers were taken back to Joseph. "Now we're paying for what we did," to Joseph, they whispered, afraid. Joseph heard what they said. He felt sorry for them. "I'm Joseph, your brother," he cried. "I'm not angry with you anymore. God brought me to Egypt to save us all from hunger." Wow, God did make something good out of that very bad circumstance. The brothers were so happy. They had long been sorry for what they had done to Joseph. They went to get the whole family. How happy Jacob was. "Lord," he cried, "you've taken such good care of us." God said, "I shall go with you to Egypt. Someday I will bring your family back and give them this land." Can you imagine this old Jacob and his excitement to see his son again, who he thought was dead? Wow. Jacob and his children moved to Egypt. Joseph cried for joy when he saw his father. The family got sacks of flour and good grassland for their animals, and God was with them. But one day they would return home. But they had everything they needed at that time to keep them alive. Joseph saved his family. I'm glad that the brothers learned their lesson, and Joseph was able to forgive such a horrible thing that happened to him. That inspires me. I hope it does you. Stay hopeful, stay true, and be wonderful, special little you.